morning to you, Overwatch fan.
Oh, no.
It's St. Patrick's Day, and we've got some huge matches coming your way that will decide who's in and who's out of the Stage 1 playoffs. The Philadelphia Fusion will take the stage in 30 minutes to see if they can win their way in. Our 2018 Grand Finals runners-up are currently 4-2 and looking to prove they are still one of the league's best teams. They'll face off against a Paris Eternal squad that was eliminated from stage playoff contention yesterday. The Eternal are turning their attention back, though, to the season-long record and trying to play spoiler tonight. We are inside the Blizzard Arena. It is St. Patrick's Day here in Los Angeles. This is the Watchpoint pre-show presented by State Farm. I'm your host, Chris Puckett, and I'm joined here. We got Zoe Oshquin. Did I say that right?
No, absolutely not. That was the worst attempt yet.
Brennan O'Hook.
My name is Irish.
And Monty O'Cristo.
My name's not Irish, but I did formerly live in Ireland, and as fan agitator-in-chief, I think I have to take this opportunity to tilt an entire island. You ready?
Yes.
The best thing to do in Dublin is to go to a stag party in Temple Bar. Guinness tastes the same in Ireland as it does the rest of the world, and Bono is the greatest artist in Irish history. There you go, done. That was for you,
He's
Irish.
cleared it up. Thank you so much. I thought
They're
it
going
was
to be so
Ed Sheeran.
mad when they
They're gonna
wake
be
up.
so bad.
Now that we
I don't believe any of that,
Ireland,
by the
let's
way.
keep
Any
the
of
show
that.
going. Guys, it's your lucky day because we have so many great matches and a great show for you. We're going to be following the Guangzhou Charge as they test their communication in one of the scariest ways possible, an escape room. Plus, we'll sit down with Jake and Raucus as the boys from Houston explain how they plan to make it back into the Stage 1 playoffs. And all the best moments from Week 5 will be relived in Emote Control. When the players take the stage, we'll see the Philadelphia Fusion battle Paris, Washington take on Florida, the Houston Outlaws face the Atlanta Reign, and the final match today will solidify the playoff picture. The Guangzhou Charge are 3-3 and currently sit in 10th place. If they can somehow pull off a win against the Vancouver Titans, they're going to go to the playoffs. But the Titans have been looking like an absolute force, guys. They are currently at 0-6, looking for a perfect 7-0, I should say, to finish out Stage 1. So, Monty, what are the Titans actually playing for today?
I mean, we're not really going to know until later today because right now it may matter who they want to face in the playoffs if they want to be first seed because there's a lot of possibilities still left, including having to potentially play the Shock. So there are certain scenarios that the Titans may want to avoid. And so that may, in fact, influence their play in the final match of the day.
Is there going to be sand here tonight?
There may be some sand. Just saying, may get sandy there in the last match.
Well, regardless or not of there being sand, I do know that the Charge can take the Titans all the way. They've already played once in this stage, and it went all the way to map number 5. We've seen a lot of great plays coming out of the Guangzhou Charge. We've seen a lot of different looks. They had a lot of success against the Titans, playing their anti-triple tank, triple support composition. So we saw them with the Sombra, with the Ana and the Rhine. Yeah, they saw a lot of success there with Eileen on that Sombra. A lot of great EMPs came out from there. And I have to say, they're both very clutch teams. So I do believe that this may or may not go all the way to map number 5 again.
Well, one of the points of the Titans that I personally want to talk about is actually a certain player. He goes by the name of So-Min Soo. This bloke is actually, in my opinion, I think probably the best Zarya in the league right now. Not only is he the most handsome, the most intelligent, but he's also the most powerful, the best hair. You know, does he have pink hair? He's just imitating Zarya to a T, really, isn't he? You know, so the guy is just. Realistically, I know it says number 2 here a lot, but I think he is honestly right now competing for the number 1 spot in terms of out of all Zaryas. He plays, you know, not too aggressive, not too passive, perfectly in sync with the rest of his team. His bubbles are always perfect in terms of keeping Bumper alive because we know Bumper, he likes a bit of a feeding fest. He likes to run in there. So he is, in my eyes, you know, putting out the most damage, putting out a lot of damage here, a lot of, you know, I will get my words out at some point, but he's the best is what I'm getting at.
He's the best. He's the best of
Or
the best. Keep your eyes on the
Statistically, yeah. I like to ignore numbers.
Guys, let's keep the show rolling. If the Guangzhou Charge wins, they are into the stage playoffs, and the Philadelphia Fusion, they're in the same boat today. Philly is set to take on a Paris Eternal team that narrowly defeated the Washington Justice yesterday. And while Paris is no longer going to have a map differential to make the playoffs, they still could play spoiler for the Fusion. We'll see if that can happen. So, Zoe, let's talk about the Fusion. They're currently the 4th seed in this matchup. Do you think they're a top-tier team?
Puckett. No. I'm sorry. I actually no. I
Wow.
don't. I think,
Truth.
I think
Truth.
You can boo all you want, audience. But I think they got very lucky with the strength of schedule here. I do think they lucked out a little bit there. I do think they can be one of the top teams. They have all the right pieces to be just that, and they have shown us great plays last year. I just don't feel like the meta is for them at the moment. I do think they're just kind of waiting for it to be over so they continue doing what they're usually doing. And yes, they have great individual performances. I mean, it's arguably that Carpe is one of the best Zaryas, whether or not he likes it, but he is putting in a lot of work on that hero. He's getting a lot of those first picks during team fights, and they actually win 37 out of 41 team fights when he gets that first pick. So, you know, like, he's putting in the work, but do they deserve to be in the top 5 right now? I don't think.
Ouch.
I also don't think, though, I don't think that in this meta, they are a playoff team. Not to say that I think Philly are bad, because I do think they will be good for the rest of the year, but this isn't the meta for them. Much rather see the Gladiators in this spot currently, but we're not going to get that, like you say, due to the ease of the schedule. And a lot of fans are going to point out and say, hey, the boombox, you know, a lot of those, both of their losses came when Elk was in the lineup. But I hate to break it to you, it's not like boombox is making a massive difference in this team. Philadelphia really haven't evolved where they have Boombox or Elk at that flex support role. They don't look like they want to be playing GOATs right now, and that's fine. You know, them finishing 4-3 in a meta that doesn't suit them, I think is actually a very good result.
Oh, yeah.
I like that a lot, Monty. I think they're a top 8 team, but we'll see.
Sure.
All right. Paris won the win versus Washington yesterday, Bren, but it definitely wasn't pretty. So let's talk about the Eternal. Week 1, everyone's hyping them up. This squad's been struggling. What's their issue?
It's my turn to talk negatives now. I got 3 things in mind with the Paris squad that they need to fix up right now for this match. The first one being Cruz. His aggressive play style, I picked it up as a positive for them, but realistically, he gets picked off a lot too much for my liking. You can still have a standout performance on the Lucio without dying too much. The second one is going to be Soon's grabs. Not ideal in the slightest. It is realistically not the fantastic, and you might have saw a clip in there as well of Heap dying as well. His Transcendence usage has not been up to scratch with the rest of the Zenz in this league. These are the 3 major things that I think they need to fix up. Again, a little bit overly negative, but I was struggling to find positives with this lineup, so there you go.
I'm looking for some good play from Ben Best today. Keep your eyes on that Reinhardt. Well,
There
like
you go.
Confusion, Houston is fighting for their playoff lives. When we come back, we have Jake and Raucus tell us how their veteran leadership will be enough to get them to the stage playoffs. This is the Watchpoint pre-show. The Overwatch League is brought to you by T-Mobile. High ground or low ground, T-Mobile has you covered.
You guys know them, you love them. It's the Houston Outlaws.
It's a little bit different this year.
No team is like guaranteed to win. Because our whole team is Overwatch League veterans from last season, everyone has like a better process to learn and grow together.
The big fan favorite squad of the Overwatch League.
If anything, we just need to stay 100% calm.
If you talk to me, I actually really want to play better.
Mama finds one, Raucus gets the other. Let's go.
I love you guys.
Whoa! Yo, in and out. Can I get a table of 6?
As long as everyone keeps their confidence up, that's the thing that will like drive us to success.
The whole team has that same mentality of like supporting each other no matter what, through thick and thin.
It's a team game.
It's really just about playing our game and showing who's got it on stage, really.
And Mova just cleaning up.
And we'll see what happens.
Houston Outlaws, they will not stop. They hold them off again.
Jake and Rockets will lead the Outlaws against the Atlanta Reign today. Atlanta can lock up a stage playoff spot with a win, while Houston needs to win by a good margin to make up some tie-breaking map differential. So, Brent, is anything holding the Outlaws back from being one of the best teams in the league right now?
I would say so, yeah.
Oh, their roster, yeah.
Okay,
definitely.
Monty.
Wow,
All right,
Monty.
Shut up a little bit. Calm yourself, because I'm talking about one player in particular, and it's going to be Mr. Jake Lyons here. You know, I picked him up as the leader of this team, kind of the shot caller in this role right now. But right now, he is dying first in a lot of these engagements. And I know he's a generous lad, but I think feeding the enemy team is just not your forte, you know. So realistically, clean it up a little bit. If he fixes up his play, you know, he's playing a little bit more passive, but still keeping in, you know, his positive traits, which is going to be his shot calling, then they're going to have a much better chance coming into this match.
You know what? Atlanta has a similar problem to the Houston Outlaws. I want to actually take a look at the team fight win percentages for both of those teams when they are, in fact, one man down. There we go. So when they are short-handed, aka they're losing a player early on, such as, let's say, Jake, for example, Atlanta Reign is actually doing worse in that kind of scenario. However, they do also have a higher win percentage after they get the first pick on their enemy team, which could be, you know, Jake. So the numbers generally are very, very similar. I expect this to be a very clutch game, I want to say. I do think this will all come down to kind of the way they're engaging and disengaging in fights. Their crisis management is going to be key. So I hope for a lot of really good shot calling, because the communication needs to be on point for both of those teams today.
Major matchup for both teams, and for the Reign, if you win, you're into the playoffs. So, Monty, who is the guy to lead this team? Who's that player who takes them to the next level?
I mean, I think you have to look at some of the best players on the Reign, and for me, that's been Pokpo and Erster. And with Pokpo in particular, he and Erster, respectively, were #1 and on Reinhardt and Brigida damage for 10 minutes before they played that Atlanta or versus the Gladiators a couple of weeks ago. Now they've fallen down to 3rd with a couple of losses. But the fact is, a lot of the damage from Atlanta is coming from this front line, and Defran is there to mop up the kills. Defran is the janitor of this team. He's the one cleaning up all the eliminations. But Gladiators showed that if you put Discord Orb onto Pokpo and pressure him in that front line, that they don't have a lot of options, and they'll sort of continuously back up. So I expect that's what we're going to see the Outlaws doing today, and I honestly think the Outlaws are going to win this game.
There you go.
Washington and Florida have a combined 1 win. But let's not forget that it's a long season. Both of these teams need to start stacking wins immediately if they want to have any chance at the season-long playoffs. Florida had started at 1-5 for the second straight season. So how would you describe this Mayhem team so far?
You know, I think they're getting better slowly. We've already seen them doing some adjustments to their squad. We did see Apply being added, McGravy being added, and where Apply didn't really have a huge impact, McGravy did have an impact. I like to visualize things, so let's just pretend this meatloaf right here is the Mayhem.
Look
Yeah,
at
I
this.
know.
That's enough.
That's where we started off. It's like, I'm not even sure it's meat
Not
at
the
this
best
point.
color.
And this gravy represents McGravy. It's very clever. Now, I think he is playing that diva in a
I'm
very
getting away
great
from you
style.
here.
He's, you know, that's a lot grosser than I thought it would be, but I can continue on. So this is McGravy's diva right here. He's all over the team. He's playing a very team-oriented diva, and I think he's been adding a lot to the team with this kind of play style.
Thank you,
know,
so he's got
doing a lot of
everybody
appeal.
covered. I got to keep this rolling.
I'm
Sorry,
just
Brent,
saying.
up next on the other side, what do you want to see from the Justice today?
Ideally a win, if I'm being honest. Get this away from me, Zoe. I don't want it. It's like jelly, man.
I mean, I feel the same way about the Mayhem, so.
I want to see a win personally today. I think, listen, all I want is to see Addo happy. This guy right here, he's not on 28 in the games that he's played so far. And I feel for the guy, I really do. You know, I'm connecting with him on a personal basis. I'm the same, I lose all my games in ranked. You know, and I really do want this guy to finally get his first win. I want him to feel, you know, exchange those sweat molecules in the palms of his enemies. I want him to just be on the other side of that stage for once, you know, smiling. So that's what I want out of this day.
I like that. Okay, Monty, we're gonna try something special here. We're gonna go ahead and put 20 seconds on the clock, but you can only say nice things about the Washington Justice. Go.
Oh, no. Corey seemed nice when he was on this desk after the broadcast.
Oh, wow.
It's true, though. He was
Good guy,
nice.
Monty. Love to see it, guys. I got to get out of this segment right now. Much like Guangzhou Charge, who had to get their way out of an escape room last week. Emily Tang will take us through their adventure when we return. It's the Watchpoint Pre-Show, presented by State Farm.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7. And by Omen by HP, the official PC and display of the Overwatch League.
The Guangzhou Charge is one of the most diverse teams in the league, with their lineups communicating in up to 3 different languages on stage. Despite that, the Charge are only 1 win away from stage playoffs. So I decided to put that communication to the test in an equally stressful situation by bringing 4 members of the Charge to an escape room. I wanted to see how we could all work as a team to overcome our language barriers and make it out of the room in time. I'm at the bunker experience. Oh my God, it's just a door. It's just a door. Oh, I felt like this guy just moved. I'm here at the bunker experience with the Guangzhou Charge. Now, they speak different languages, so we're gonna see how they communicate so that we can get out of this escape room alive. Come on. We look like a lineup of criminals right now. We have Kib, Only Wish, Chara, and Shu. We're gonna try our best to communicate despite all the language differences and try to get out within 50 minutes or less.
It's a trap! Oh, we can't be out here! Find the map! Come on, this way!
Find the map. It's got to be located around here somewhere.
지도 찾으래. Find the map. Map.
뭐야? What's that?
It's on the back. 蟑螂在里面。
真的吗？
假的假的。You know how this works? 이름이야.
This number?
Yeah, what number?
Hey Kib, when you guys are actually playing matches, do you also call the shots?
Everyone on the team speaks a lot, but I
Right.
guess the main callers would be Rio and Chara for the most part. Oh. 개 놀랐어. Oh, where? Maybe we dying here. GG.
Oh, you did it!
nice.
It's open! Teamwork!
You don't have much time left.
뭔 말이야?
We don't have not much time left.
여기 원투가 있었구나.
1, 2, 3.
Let's go, dude.
Watch out! Get back! All right, we gotta get in there quick before these things get in here.
So So guys, what's more stressful right now? Trying to find a way out or facing the Vancouver Titans soon?
Definitely this.
What do you feel like are your biggest successes or failures?
일단 뭐 제일 큰 성공점은 리그에 와가지고 이제 서로 다른 국적의 선수들끼리 모여서
이제 실패한 점은 첫 경기 청도전을 진 게 정말
What's a map?
Grab that map, drop everything else, we're getting out of here. Hurry, hurry, go, 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 go.
Get me away. Why you have this thing? He said drop everything else.
Okay, good job, you guys. Good job. We made it. Teamwork, teamwork, yay! Do you think this bunker experience kind of helped you guys bond?
In a way, yes. Now I know Char gets good.
처음 해보는 거라 신기했다.
就可以很好的帮助队友一起像促进沟通啊，还有团结，也挺有意思的。
So as it turns out, we all made it! Yay, congrats! This just goes to show you that the Guangzhou Charge doesn't let language barrier get in the way, and nothing is gonna keep the Charge from winning. Good job, you guys! Woo! Good job! Okay, the whole time, we didn't have a translator on site. And so just as they do on stage, they communicated as a team with a mix of Korean, English, and comedy. And when I asked the Charge about their big game versus the Titans today, they told me the team gained a lot of confidence, taking the Titans to 5 maps earlier in the stage, and now they believe they can beat any team in the league. So let's see if the Charge can pull off the upset this time and punch their ticket to the stage playoffs. All right, Puckett, back to you at the desk.
Thank you so much, Emily. It's time for the best moments from Week 5. It's Emote Control, presented by State Farm. After Seoul defeated London, Ryu Jae-hong went for the big hug with Fury, but Fury wasn't ready to open his heart to the beloved Jae-hong. Pretty awkward stuff here on this stage. Shut down, buddy. All right, what emotes we got here?
Definitely Kappa. Definitely Kappa.
I didn't really know what to think.
No,
about,
that's a yeah.
We got a potato.
I'm sorry. Like
I got
I've
the
been in that
potato Josh,
situation.
yeah.
I don't have a
You've been
debate.
shut down on the hugs. All right,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
keep it rolling
All
here.
the time.
Zachary was clicking so furiously against the Boston Uprising that he literally lost his mouse. It's a great case of, the often frowned upon corded mouse might be hit better here, guys. What's going on, Zachary?
Ooh, I don't know how. Ooh, it just slid off.
Brent, get your mo ready. It's game time. What do we got, Brent?
I think he probably had a few shoeys in him to make this kind of mistake.
Water shoeys.
Yes.
Young Zachary.
Water.
The rebel.
Yes.
The water shoey. All right. On to our third one of the day.
So worth it.
On Kings Row of the Boston versus Dallas match, Note had his ultimate ready to go, but unfortunately he decided to pop the self-destruct in the spawn room. Whoopsie.
I'm ready. That's a forehead in the chat.
This is his teammates right afterwards.
that was like a dangerous moment as well. They needed to take that.
This is Note hoping that no one saw that.
Yeah. Prayers. All right, and last but not least, more from the Boston versus Dallas rematch. The epic reverse sweep. It was the fuel up by 2, but Boston comes back to win 3 straight and take the match to put themselves potentially in our stage playoffs.
This base represents AKM's grabs in the second half.
Yeah, I'll accept that. Yeah, that's reasonable. Do you accept mine of all the Boston fans during that entire last game?
That's literally my face when I got the prediction right.
You smiled? You smiled awkwardly.
You look like that?
Josh?
That's scary.
That's tragic.
That is very
I love it. That's been Emote Control presented by State Farm. So many great moments. And speaking of moments, we're just moments away from some of the biggest and best Overwatch stars taking the stage. But who will get the win? Our analysts reveal their predictions coming up next on the Watchpoint Pre-Show. We are less than 10 minutes away from some of the best Overwatch pros in the world taking the stage. Carpe in the Fusion will try to take down the Paris Eternal and claim their spot in the stage playoff finals. And you can see here, we only have one person taking it. It's Monty with the Fusion. Everyone's going Florida. We got Houston over Atlanta for the most part, but it's the face-off right now. Sully versus Monty. What's going down in this first game?
You go first. You know what?
All right, the Paris Eternal have fallen to second lowest teamfight win percentage in the league after a series of losses. And even though I believe the Philadelphia Fusion are a great team trapped within the GOATS meta, similar to London, I still think they're better than the Paris Eternal right now, so this should be a win for Philly.
I'd love to disagree with everything you said, Monty. I struggle to do so. I do want to believe that the Eternal can take it. I think Finzi had a great game. Cruz, you know, if he just stops dying, it's going to be fine. Sato on Winston, nah, you know, Ben Best got this.
The Infinity Chicken's got it, according to Sully. Who agrees? Let us know in the Blizzard Arena. Guys, we are moments away. This is the Overwatch League. We'll be right back. Thanks for watching the pre-show.